So let me preface this episode by saying this is purely for entertainment purposes. You know, we've all heard about the urban legends and myths of Walt Disney World and, you know, ghost stories and things of that nature. So I mean, no disrespect with this episode whatsoever. This is purely because people ask, you know, ghost stories, urban myths, things like that. And I'm into that kind of stuff, so I figured I could incorporate it here on the channel. So let's head inside Magic Kingdom, have some fun. Let's take a closer look. Got the Disney 100 anniversary plaque right up here. Made it to the Magic Kingdom. All right, let's head inside and talk about some myths, urban legends, and maybe a little ghost stories. All right, first off, we're gonna head over to Pirates of the Caribbean. Talk about a little guy named George, who some say still haunts the attraction. This is a happy place, the most magical place on Earth, if you will, Walt Disney World. But some people have created some urban myths and legends over the years, and we're going to talk about them today. Just wanted to visit Walt before we dive into this. All right, we are heading into Pirates of the Caribbean. Now, I know most fans of this attraction have heard about the myth, the legend of George, the ghost. Not my dog, George, but the ghost of George, who was a worker here, who unfortunately met his end inside this attraction. And they say that cast members here every morning have to say good morning to George and good evening to George, or the ride will break down. It's believable once you hear about things. But like I said, I think when people tell you something like, oh, it's haunted here, it makes people think, like, maybe it really is haunted. We're gonna go and we'll say hello to George while we're on this attraction. See if anything happens. Yeah, dimmed lighting, pirate ghost lurking around. This place can be a little terrifying. Wouldn't you say so? Not sure exactly which room, but I heard once upon a time that the fire room was where it all happened with George. So good afternoon, George. Good afternoon. I wonder if they, you know, every morning say it over the intercom. That's what I've heard. Good morning to George and good evening to George. If they don't, the ride will break down or have problems throughout the day. didn't experience anything weird on Pirates of the Caribbean. Never really experienced anything weird on this attraction, but it's cool about that, you know, that urban legend and people talking about George and everything, and even the cast members kind of get in on it. Stuff like that makes it fun, you know? Attraction that people have claimed to see ghosts inside of is It's a Small World, which is by far the weirdest story I've heard. This is the happiest cruise that ever sailed, but some have claimed that they have seen ghost kids and all kinds of stuff inside this attraction. I think people just like to, you know, set the mood for something and make dark rides creepy, because dark rides in a way are creepy. But people have claimed to have seen the paranormal inside this attraction here. Found a hidden Mickey right here. Check that out. Boom. See it? Do you see it? Hidden Pascal? See that hidden Mickey down there? What do you think, Pascal? Do you believe in the paranormal at Walt Disney World? And here we have the pet cemetery. You can see Mr. Toad right up there in this haunted mansion. One would always think, obviously, this place is haunted, but what's weird about it, a lot of people dispose of their loved ones' remains here, scatter ashes and things. Don't do that, they say, because they honestly go in, close the ride down, and clean it up. They will vacuum it all up, and that's no way to, you know, leave your loved ones' remains somewhere. Spread it somewhere like an ocean or something. But people do spread ashes in this ride. It has been said to have happened. It's kind of crazy. People just want their loved ones to remain in, you know, an attraction. And I get it. Haunted Mansion is definitely one that would be fun to, you know, live on forever in, if you will. Some people say they've seen actual real ghosts in this place, but I think it's honestly the trick of the light. Their minds playing tricks on them. If you've never ridden this ride by yourself, do it. It's honestly scary sometimes. But did you know this hearse here is from a John Wayne film called The Sons of Katie Elder? That's what they say. I found that out. I found some photographs, you know, matching some things up, and yeah, I mean, unless it's a coincidence that they made a little hearse buggy carriage, if you will, that's in the same style. But if you look at the photographs from the John Wayne film, the only thing that's really missing are these little poles right up here on top. I'm going to insert some photos so you guys can see some different angles. Sort of looks the same. I could totally see it being, you know, the carriage from the film. It's never been really like confirmed, but it's never been really like debunked either. But it is a hearse. You can see the flowers on the inside in there. Glass hearse. Of course, a horseless carriage, but you can see the horse ghost. It's pretty cool, right? But maybe this is the actual screen prop. We never know. But I do know that some have said they've seen ghosts inside this attraction. I've never experienced anything, but have you? Let's ride Haunted Mansion. See if there's anything out of the ordinary. You never know.
Almost as though you sense this quiet metamorphosis. Is this haunted room actually stretching? Or is it your imagination? and consider this dismaying observation. This chamber has no windows and no doors. Which offers you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way.
This is when it kind of scares me, when the ride breaks down. You're stuck. You can't see, but we're looking right at the hitchhiking ghost in our dune buggy.
We have been unavoidably detained by friendly spirits. Kindly remain seated in your dune buggy. We will continue.
We're about to take off. Yep, here we go. See, that's the weird stuff that happens in here. It happens in all attractions, but there's something about being in the haunted mansion and your attraction breaks down. So what do you think? Is this the hearse from the John Wayne film? Comment, let me know. It's been modified a little bit, but for the most part, it looks just like it did in the film. Yeah, it's very believable to think that there's spirits lurking around in this haunted mansion. Every time I ride it, I'm always on the lookout for something a little paranormal, a little eerie, something from the afterlife. But I think Walt wanted it that way. Makes the believer in all of us. And there's other myths and urban legends that I would like to touch on in the future. Didn't want to do everything in one video. Plus, the weather's getting pretty nasty. But you know, this place is the most magical place on earth, and even though there are urban legends and myths and stuff, it's still such a happy place. And you know, the urban myths and legends kind of make this place fun. You know, Disneyland has theirs, Walt Disney World has theirs, and it just makes this place a little bit more fun in my opinion. But like I said earlier, this was no disrespect. This is all for entertainment purposes. And look at that, is that Sleepy? That sure is Sleepy. Sleepy, look at that. Good old Sleepy. But what's your favorite urban legend or myth here at Walt Disney World? Comment below, let me know. And like I said, I probably will do another video about this at other parks and stuff, including the Great Movie Ride where I actually experienced something myself. But we came, we saw, we took care of business here today at Walt Disney World Magic Kingdom. This was a lot of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Been wanting to do something like this for a while. Just had to make sure I presented it in a way that was respectful. So, I will see you guys on the next adventure. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.